Hi guys, in the previous video I mentioned that I had created for myself a systematic way to track the lifestyle choices that I'm making. What I had done is I had created a Google document where I listed all the things, or many of the things, that I'm doing in my life. I broke it down into two main categories. The first one being the essential things that I'm doing in my life or that are the most important to me and which are priorities. And the second category are the things that are secondary but are still important to me. I organized it with a point system so that I could track how well I think I'm performing in each category and for each item in that category. Now my assumption is that the more I'm able to accomplish and the higher points that I'm able to earn for each category and each item, the better I will feel about myself, the more satisfaction I will feel from life, and in general I will have a higher sense of well-being and spiritual fulfillment. So I'd like to show you an example of how I did this and my document. I'm going to link this document to this video so that in case you would like to try something similar, you can use my Google Docs as a template for yourself. So before I begin, I'd also like to point out that this document is a constantly changing and evolving work in progress. I have added or subtracted items from it every single month whenever I've been doing self-assessment. So here it is. Here at the top, you can see the section which I call My Identity and Produces Quality. Now this section exists here just for this purpose of recognizing why I have this list. The kind of identity that I would like to have is I'd like to be a wise person. I'd like to think of myself as insightful. I'd like to have vision, clarity of vision, and the feelings that I associate with this identity, if I believe that I'm successful in achieving this, would be things like an experience of inner peace, positive energy. I would be calm. I would have a sense of being determined and purposeful. I would feel strength, and I would be focused. And I can add comments here underneath these qualities. For each month, I can give myself some sort of point system assessment, or I can give myself a letter, A, B, C, or D. For this month, I haven't done this yet, so let's go on. Here is the first section, which includes the priorities on this list. In my priorities, I have my 9-to-5 work week. I have a meditation schedule, which I want to do 3 times a day. I want to engage in an act of service with the community. And I want to develop my generosity. So that's the experiment column on this table, the main workaround structure. I have a time period duration column here. Is how long does or how often does each item need to be fulfilled. So 9-to-5 work week, obviously that's every week or every day. Meditation is daily. Engage with service in an act of service is a weekly thing, and generosity is a monthly thing. So here I can, as completed successfully, I can say yes or no. I give myself points for each item based on its importance that I've decided for myself. So being able to work 9-to-5. Now I'm self-employed. I'm right now doing a remodeling for a real estate investment property that I've acquired. And to be on top of it and to do my best, I'm trying to stick to a 9-to-5 schedule. It's not always working out, but it's important to me, and I decided to give it 10 points, or that means that if I do it perfectly, I give myself 10 points for the month. For meditation, I want to meditate 3 times a day, morning, midday, and evening. And this is the most important part out of any of the sections in this table, which has 15 points possible. So I have here that I want to meditate 1 hour in the morning, 30 minutes in the midday, 30 minutes before sleep. If I succeed, I'll get 15 points. If I do partial success, then I'll maybe give myself 10 points or 11 points or 9 points, whatever I think I deserve for that month. Now here in this column here, I have analysis where I can make some comments for self-improvement for each item, or how did it affect this time period. Why? What will help to complete this task? Do I need a coach or mentor for this particular task? And here I have an additional comment section. So total points for the priority table is up to 35 points. That's if I'm doing really well. Now below are the secondary items on my list in terms of importance, but still important, and still these items can contribute significantly to my sense of well-being. Here I have I want to do some painting for an art show that will happen next year. I've given myself 8 points, or up to 8 points for this category. I have a website that I need to be working on. I am taking a coding course, so am I successfully working towards the completion of this course? Organizing my house, completing tasks that I had put off for a long time. And why I included this, it's because I've noticed in myself that whenever I do work on my house, I clean the dishes, I sweep the floor, I maybe finish something that I started a long time ago, I feel better. I feel a sense of accomplishment. And so this item deserves a spot on in this table, and I can get up to 5 points. And here I go through some other items, which if you want to do something like this, if you find it useful, you can have whatever is important to you, as many items as you want or as less items as you want. At the bottom here, I add up the points from the priority section, which is 35, and the accessory section, which is 56. Looks like I did some math wrong here. Well, it's okay. It's because I added some items that I didn't calculate in the accessory section. But the total at this point, if I do everything perfectly, which should never happen, I have the potential, just based on this list, to make 101 points. However, I decided that if I make just 75 points, that equals 100%. So I purposefully gave myself the potential to make more than I think I can handle. That gives me some options to work on different aspects, on different items on the list, and still have a sense of fulfillment, or still, basically this is a work in progress. I'm trying to see what works. For example, last month I had 65% success. Not 100%, that's because I had, I think, like 44 points out of the total possible for that month. How did I choose these items? So all of these items, from priority, from the accessories, these are basically items that are either the items that I have to do in my life, or they're items that I like doing, I want to do, or they're items that I think I should do because I believe they're good for me. For example, like meditation, which is a priority item, I know that it is good for me. I don't always enjoy it, but I believe that it's something that I should do every single day. And if I may be going through a hard time, if I'm going through a happy time, whatever circumstances in my life may be, I want to meditate that day and experience whatever I'm going through, process whatever thoughts I'm going through. It is an item that I believe is good for me, that honestly I like doing it, and that one fulfills all the criteria. On the other hand, something like generosity, it doesn't come easy for me. It's something that I want to do more of. I want to develop a habit of being a more generous person. I want to integrate a practice of generosity into my life. It's something that I think I should be doing, and so I've put it into my priority section of the table. And let's see something from the accessories. From the accessories, these are things that for the most part, I think I should be doing them. So reading, I enjoy. Day in nature is like going hiking. I like doing it. Qigong, I like doing it, but for some reason I always have a hard time starting it. But once I get started, I always like doing it. Budget plan. This is not something I necessarily enjoy doing, but once I get started, I don't hate it. It's a good thing, and I enjoy it. So for me, this process has been quite interesting. I've done it about 5 months now. Every single month, I've altered this list. I've added items, I've subtracted items. Sometimes I may have changed the point system. It's a work in progress, and I hope you found this video helpful. And leave a comment below, like, subscribe, tell me what's been working for you, tell me if you think you might do this yourself, and I hope to see you soon in the next video.